Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel and the 25th coffee stream that I was afraid was going to have to be tomorrow this morning because I was sick as a fucking dog. I don't know what the hell that was. I thought it was a flu at first, but honestly, I think it was, I get migraines really badly. I got one last night and it was still hanging on, as they say, this morning. So I slept for like a good long time, and now I'm feeling much better. So I figured better late than never. So I would do a coffee stream this afternoon before I have to pick up my little boy from school. So today is an interesting day for Canada. Oh, glad you are feeling better, says Cult of Krill. Thank you. Nico says I may have to run shopping in a little bit, but I'm glad you're feeling better. Thank you very much. Chadwick says bad timing, gotta go to work. Oh, sorry, man. That sucks. Yep, I'm missing tomorrow's stream through Sunday's stream. I'll have to watch them later. Oh, because Nico says there's always replay. Yeah. I've been missing these live lately since my sleep schedule is screwy. Yeah, that really sucks. I hate when that happens. I hate when the sleep schedule goes all weird. It's annoying. So today is a very interesting day in Canada because today marijuana is federally legal. But nobody really knows. Like, there's no places anyone's saying, oh, here's where you can buy it. Nobody's saying, Jacob Jet. I actually caught one of these. Yes, Jacob, because usually I'm streaming at 10, but today I was really sick. But yeah, they've made weed legal in all of Canada, but nobody really knows. Like, the laws are really they're written by a bunch of people that I guarantee you haven't smoked weed either ever or since the 70s, and it's interesting. You can't sell edibles, but you can still bake them. You can't drug dealers must be getting a lot of traffic today. Well, because it's weird because there's really no I don't think anyone's got actual I don't know if there's anywhere you can actually buy it right now in our town. Yes, they've they've made the sales privatized, so it's not just the Liquor Control Board of Ontario that's selling it, but there's been really no I'm not sure if the advertising laws are going to be the same as cigarettes. You're not that late. You're about 2 minutes late. So no, not really. So it's just the laws are very wishy-washy right now. So it's going to be very interesting to see what's going on, and I really hope the 30% doesn't ruin it for us. The people that want to bring their bongs to the fucking park, and yes, those people exist, and they're fucking annoying. Oh, shut up, Ninja. It's just the washing machine. Sorry, my cat is freaking out because the washing machine is going. And he doesn't like the washing machine. And he's also upset because there's a closed door. He does not like closed doors. He's very loud, though. Oh, the Hate Camel says Oklahoma just recently got medical marijuana. Only 40 doctors registered to prescribe to a state of 8 million. So I'm still a criminal. Yeah. Yes, Ninja. Yes. He's a big black and white tuxedo cat. And he's a fat bastard. But he earned his name. because when we got him, he like disappeared behind our couch and then managed to climb up the couch. And he was only 4 weeks old, so he could barely stand up. And he just appeared by my right shoulder and meowed at me. So we're like, yeah, your name is Ninja. And I have another cat named Jordy, and I'm sure you can guess. I don't know, maybe he's freaking out because you were hungry. Shh, it's a cute name. I don't like the smell of pot, but I don't care if anyone else smokes it. Yeah, I know some people like that. That's exactly how it was here. We were still criminals. They just look at this shit. What? Stop. Why do you star things? Or does dictation do that? It makes things hard to. I named one of my cats Link. He doesn't have the Triforce of Courage. He hides under the sofa at loud noises. That's awesome. No, we've got a Ninja and a Geordie. I'm sure you can guess where Geordie comes from. So yeah, it's really it's an interesting day. It's that's all I can say about it, really. It's an interesting day. Because as far as I know, there's really no legal place in our region right now to buy it. So I don't know. Like Newcastle. Hello, opinionated Scotsman. Newcastle to you too. This is funny. Dictation does that because it's Google. Oh, so you're actually okay. So when Pinkalo's dictating because he's driving, it actually censors him when it dictates. Another reason Apple is better. Just saying. Oh God, that's hilarious. You can't say naughty words, Pinkalo. You can't say them. Newcastle is where Geordies come from. Oh, okay. No, Star Trek is where this Geordie came from. And the funnier thing is, he's an all-black cat. And he sounds like a Tribble. It's a stupid fucking day with the stars. Oh my God, I can't believe Google doesn't let you swear when you dictate. That's hilarious. That makes me giggle. quite hard, actually. That's really funny. Oh, yes, censor the ex-Navy person. That's great. Censor the sailor. So, I did put some news stories together last night before my migraine reared its ugly head. Hey, Alamo Gulf citizen, how are you? Yeah, he's ex-Navy, so he curses like anything. And I was raised around bikers, so that's where I come by my mouth. So I did put some news stories together for everybody last night, both from my own scavenging of the internet and from the lovely news for the coffee stream room in the Discord. So let's pull up the DMs and get to the stories. And while I'm doing that, please remember to like and share the stream. And if you are able, please consider donating to the Streamlabs link or becoming a Patreon, which the links are in the description. You know, Google is evil when they censor a Carlin bit. Oh, God. No shit. You can't censor a Carlin bit. That's sacrilege. Thou shalt not censor Carlin. All right. I'm so happy I'm feeling better because I was afraid I was going to not be able to go on Lords of the Night or Minions of the Zoo. I was like, no. Hostility towards men could become a hate crime. This is from Graffiti, so I don't know how. I can barely speak a sentence without swearing. Pinkala says it doesn't leave you, not even after 16 years. Wait, what, Jacob? What are we waiting for? I don't understand. Oh, this is from BBC. Okay, sorry, I was wrong. Where's the headline? Hostility towards men and elderly people could become a hate crime. Well, isn't it already? Wait, hostility. Hostility is not a crime. How do you define hostility? You can be hostile to somebody without committing bodily injury. What the Hi, Cynical Lindsay. I guess there was no meeting. Thank you, thank you, Blind Press. No, you said Blind Press. I shared the stream on Twitter, and wow. Then everything is a hate crime now, says Nico. I guess. I suppose. Possibly. Who knows? Oh, perhaps I should unplug my headphones so that everyone can hear the story.
Heading Level 1. Hostility to men and elderly people could become hate crimes. October 16th, 2018. Collapsed. Met graffiti. Image copyright.
Oh, graffiti is the picture. Okay. You know, if you're going to put what the picture is, look, by saying graffiti, BBC, perhaps you should actually tell us what the graffiti is or what it says. It's not very inclusive if you just say graffiti. It's not for a couple of hours, just enjoying. Awesome. Just enjoying my lunch and hearing you talk. Well, awesome, Cynical Lindsay. I hope your lunch is good, and I hope you're enjoying the stream.
PA. Hate crimes are offenses motivated by prejudice against someone's disability, race, religion, sexual orientation, or transgender identity. But should other so-called protected characteristics be included as well? You are currently on
protected characteristics.
Last month. Link. It was announced that a review by the law. Last month. Link. It was announced that a review by the Law Commission. You are current black on white. Would look at whether offenses driven by misogyny, dislike, contempt, or ingrained prejudice against women should be treated as hate crimes.
Okay, voiceover. It's pronounced offenses. Okay? All right? Not offenses. Offenses. Jesus. Oh, hello, new person, Adelaide Chaos. Oh, I was confused when you said 2 to 3. I got confused when that you're 2 to 3 hours ahead of me. Oh, okay. Glad I don't pay the TV license for the BBC. Or did Chaos Eve change her name? No, probably not. Adelaide Chaos. Sorry, I was reading chat.
And now it's emerged the same review will also consider the opposite. Crimes motivated by misandry, hostility towards men.
But misandry and but misogyny isn't a crime, is it? Or did they make it a crime and I wasn't paying attention? I'm great. Now that I'm feeling better. Hey, no, I didn't change my name. I'm a different person. Okay, that's what I thought. Sometimes people change their handles. In some parts of the UK, it is a crime. Misogyny is actually a crime in the UK. Okay. So they want to make the opposite a hate crime. Well, I guess that's good, I suppose. It would be more bad if they didn't think that misandry could be I don't think just because you can be misogynist with your words, and I don't think that should be a crime at all. Because despite what the South Park episode says, words are not like bullets. They are just words. And I don't. Let's read the rest and see what they say here.
Ageism and hatred of certain alternative cultures, such as goths or punks, could also be included in future.
What the fuck? I'm sorry. Don't hate on us goths and punks. Oh my god. The Hot Topic generation never grew up. Holy fuck. What the hell? Oh my god. So I'm guessing violence against a woman would be considered a hate crime. If violence against a man is not a hate crime, that's not exactly equality. No, exactly. Like what I'm trying to say is if I have a feeling that they are including words in this, which is stupid. I have a feeling they're including tweets and Facebook posts in this. And again, I don't know, like unless you're beating the crap out of somebody or like stalking them or harassing them, then that's a crime. But just saying mean things to them, I don't know. I wasn't old enough to experience what they would call cyberbullying. Why is the UK going about being idiots? Because they are just special. I'm guessing it's just covering beating up somebody because of their gender. I'm worried that it's going to be taken or abused and used for lesser crimes like hurting someone's feelings. Oh, I pretty much guarantee you it will. Hurting people's feelings shouldn't be a crime. No, it should not. Unfortunately, it seems as though it is becoming that way.
Heading level 2. What's behind this?
What's behind this? All right.
The Law Commission, an independent body that looks regularly at laws and whether they need to be updated, began its review of hate crime following a campaign by the Labour MP Stella Creasy.
Oh, the Labour okay. This was a Labour
She wanted misogyny to be recognized in the same way as racial or religious hatred because of the high levels of harassment that girls and women suffer.
What? Well, don't say something racist. Don't say something racist. If you guys would stop letting the grooming gangs happen, there wouldn't be so much fucking harassment and hostility towards women now, don't you think? Hi, Zach. Yeah, I am feeling much better. Better enough to rant at this ridiculous bullshit. Nice words are rape. Nice one, Johnny Hellcat. So because words hurt, someone is a criminal? Yes, apparently. I mean, I suffered bullying, but not cyberbullying. And I mean, I don't. I'm sure there is a line to be drawn. Women aren't the only ones who suffer. Absolutely not. Do it. A little bit. Well, perhaps if they would stop letting so many people in without vetting them, their women and girls wouldn't be so fucking harassed and hurt. Don't you think? Perhaps just a little bit? Don't you know you can't stop these crazies? Yeah. A little bit. Hashtag him too.
As for why hostility against men is being included too, Home Office Minister Baroness Williams says the government always responds to what the public and other organizations are telling us, and it appears at least some feel misandry is an issue. You are
some? You have fucking Jess Phillips, a fucking member of parliament, on video laughing at Philip Davies because he said men's rights need to be spoken about in parliament. And you think that some people think that misandry is an issue? Why don't you go fuck yourself, BBC? We're heading fast into a dystopia. Yes, we are, Nico. Yes, we are.
Advertisement. She said the government wasn't telling the Law Commission to recommend that misandry be included, but was simply asking for its view on the matter. You are current.
And that's a thing that needs to be cleared up. Why? Who cares? If misogyny is going to be there, then misandry needs to be there. That's just how that is.
It may well be that particular strand is not necessary to take forward, but we are asking them to look at it, she added.
Why would it not be necessary to put that in the law? If you feel it's necessary to say that women need to be protected, why the fuck don't men need to be protected? I hope it's the Fallout dystopia. But the patriarchy. Yeah, I know, right? Them patriarchs, they don't need to be protected. Fuck them.
Heading level 2. What are the implications of this?
What are the implications of this? Well, let's see.
Hate crimes include verbal abuse, physical violence, and offenses against property, like graffiti or arson.
Offenses, you dumb piece of technology. Fuck. Verbal abuse. Now, how do you define verbal abuse? Because there are ways to define verbal abuse, but how can you define, like, Fallout New Vegas is better than Fallout 4. This is why I'm grateful I live in the US. I don't have to worry about being thrown in jail thanks to the First Amendment. Yeah, and the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms does have that same protection, that you have the right to free speech. So thankfully, I don't think that either should be a hate crime. Yeah, I tend to agree with you. I think that if somebody is harassed, stalked, physically hurt, regardless of their gender, that the perpetrator be put in jail. Regardless of whether they're screaming horrible things at them that are hateful, they're still beating the shit out of them or stalking them or whatever. Like, they're still committing a crime. You don't need to put the hate onto the end of it. Verbal abuse, yes. Great. It's made vague on purpose, yeah. When verbal abuse, when a man says a thing and it causes offense to a woman, yeah. See, my phone is saying offense properly, but this fucking laptop is saying offense.
They're known as aggravated offenses, meaning they can attract longer prison sentences than similar crimes not motivated by hate.
But who cares? Okay, if there's if there's a similar crime, just throw them in jail for the crime of bodily harm or whatever. Why does it have to be an aggravated claim because they're being hateful while they're doing it? Generally, when you're fucking beating somebody, you're not like, I'm sorry about this. I hope you're okay. Gee, this is awful that this is happening, isn't it? Like, what the fuck?
Those stiffer penalties reflect the fact that hate crimes not only affect individual victims, but spread fear among the group to which the victim belongs. You are.
Oh my god. So if I get attacked because somebody sees that a blind person might be an easier target, does that mean that's a hate crime and all blind people in my area should be terrified because one idiot thought, oh, I could probably rob this blind person? No, that means that that one particular idiot was an idiot. That doesn't mean that there's a serial, like, blind robber going around attacking blind people. Like, what the fuck? Someone needs to tell the UK 1984 is not a how-to guide. Yes, I agree, Nico. Thought crimes. Maybe it's describing hockey, eh? What are you trying to make me talk like the Bob and Doug McKenzie Canadian while I read your chat messages, Jacob Navo? Because ain't gonna work. I won't do it. Did you hear about the black kid that got hit with a hate crime for beating up a Jewish dude with a stick? No, straight Sith male, I did not. Yes, ma'am. Hi, WR, how are you? Take off a face. They want people to live in fear and divide the population. Yep. Generally, if you're beating someone, it's hateful. Yes, exactly. What's the matter, eh? Oh, fuck off, Jacob Jet. I'm feeling much better than this morning. This morning, I felt like absolute shit.
List 3 items. Black square. Bullet 1 of 3. Link. Police warned to do better. Black's link. Black's link. Black, end of list. However, the BBC's Home Affairs correspondent Danny Shaw says widening the definition could lead to a feeling that the impact of such offences is trivialized or minimized because there are so many different categories.
Trivialized? Okay, did these people either not... Okay, is VoiceOver just reading bad spelling, I'm wondering? Because my phone does not do this, and it's the same fucking software. Oh, hi, Brambles. It's all good. I blame my behavior on Broski.
It also runs the risk, he points out, of sentence inflation because many crimes currently treated as public order offenses would be reclassified as more serious, and so would attract longer jail terms.
Yep.
Heading level 2. How big a problem is it? Also heading level 2. How big a problem is hate crime? Last year, the number of hate crimes in England and Wales was at a record high, more than 83,000.
Okay, but how do you classify a hate crime? Is that high because people are saying that he told me he said something mean, or she said something mean? Like, how are you defining these hate crimes?
All the indications point to a further significant increase this year. Figures will be released on Tuesday morning, though some of the rise is because victims are more willing to report what's happened. The charity Action on Elder Abuse said the inclusion of ageism as a motivation for hate crime was long overdue given the scale of the problem.
Elder abuse is not a hate crime. It's elder abuse. There are laws against that already, I'm sure. I know there are here. You don't need to classify it as a hate crime.
The number of convictions for these crimes is tiny, and even when someone is found guilty, they often escape with flimsy sentences and paltry fines that do nothing to deter would-be abusers, Chief Executive Gary Fitzgerald said.
Would-be abusers. So people who aren't actually being abusive. That must be made by Google. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Like, why would-be abusers. What the fuck? This is not. And of course, you're still gonna say that, when someone's actually being abused and stalked and whatever, that, oh well, but there's not enough evidence to make a arrest on this person, or, oh, they haven't actually hurt you, so, like, when are they gonna actually go after the people who are doing bad things, instead of, you know Twitter battles, and someone shouts something angrily out their car window, or, like, what the fuck is this? Why?
Heading level 2. What else is new? The government wants more people who witness hate crimes to recognize them as such and then report them.
So they want other people to just fucking, I think what Antifa does should be considered hate crime. Yeah. No wonder hate crime is illegal, or it was high when the police are arresting people for tweets. Yeah. But the thing is, it's like they want people to report hate crimes that they think they saw. Yeah, this is 1984 with the fucking kids reporting on their parents and shit. This is terrifying.
So, it's pinpointing several groups it thinks are more likely than average to become witnesses. You are currently on a taxi drivers are one, door staff are another.
What the fuck?
The latter will also be given guidance on how to ensure transgender people have a safe and enjoyable night when they visit pubs, clubs, events, and festivals. You're
gonna train door people on how to talk to trannies? Just let them the fuck in, and if they're causing trouble, kick them the fuck out. What is so hard about this? If they have money for cover, let them in. If they don't, or they're not dressed according to your dress code, they don't get to come in, just like any other person. Why is this so hard? Why is this so hard? My brain hurts. Holy fuck.
Home Secretary Sajid Javid said, hate crime goes directly against the long-standing British values of unity, tolerance, and mutual respect, and I am committed to stamping this sickening behavior out.
Have you been in the House of Lords? You should look up some Margaret Thatcher videos there, Home Secretary of whatever. I no longer live in Britain. It is now Airstrip 1.
Link. Hate crime. Heading level 2. Related topics.
So that's the end of that aggravating and infuriating story. Wow, that pissed me off. Holy shit. I mean, I figured it would piss me off a little bit, but not that much. Ow. Oh, this one's going to send me into a tizzy too. This one was sent to me by Nico on the Discord. It's from comicbook.com. DC Comics changing Nightwing's name from Dick Grayson to Rick Grayson. Let me repeat that. DC Comics changing Nightwing's name from Dick Grayson to Rick Grayson. They'll let grooming gangs and rape gangs run rampant, but as soon as someone says someone mean, it's off to the slammer with you. Hashtag priorities. Yep, cynical Lindsay hit it the head on the nail. Or the head on the nail. Nail on the head. Jesus Christ, Blind Press. Did they find those missing planes yet? I don't know. I haven't seen. Oh boy, says Jacob Chet. All right. Have fun shopping, Nico. I hope you get what you need. Okay. Let's find the headline to this.
You are heading level 1. DC Comics changing Nightwing's name from Dick Grayson to Rick. You are currently on a heading by Nicole Drum. Set link image. Shared link image link image link image link image link X Clickable. New Marvel, DC and Image Comics out this week, October 17th, 2018.
Okay,
Frame.
where's the
You are
story?
currently on a frame. To enter the web area, press 50%
Where's the
loaded.
story?
89% loaded.
Where is the story? Computer.
Safari
no.
busy. Busy.
Oh, fuck
busy.
you. Nico, you might get to hear me rant about comicbook.com being stupid. I'm triggered about Nightwing. Yeah. Weevo ought to be pissed when she hears this. I don't doubt.
Brace yourself. Link. Nightwing. Fans. As.
Come on.
Link. DC Comics. You are current fans know. In the recent. Link. Batman number 55. Dick took a bullet to the head. You are currently.
He did. Spoilers. Spoilers, everyone. Spoilers if you read these comics. Spoilers ahead, apparently.
Courtesy of KG Beast. While Nightwing and Batman were talking with Commissioner Gordon on the roof of the Gotham City Police Department. At the time, things looked pretty bleak for Dick, and while Nightwing number 50 revealed that the beloved hero had survived the shooting, this week's Night number 51 reveals that the man who survived isn't the same. You are advertisement.
Oh god, did they put him in a coma or something and now he doesn't know his name?
Third party ad content. Frame. Nightwing number 51 will see Nightwing a changed hero. He may not have actually died, but he's dead in a sense just the same, having lost much of his memory and his skills, as well as seen a major shift in his personality. Dick Grayson is gone, and in his place is Rick, still a hero, just one with a different, well, everything, which should make for an interesting situation, as Nightwing has more than just his own struggles to deal with. A fear germ is killing people in their sleep, giving.
Oh my god, use punctuation! Holy shit! Amnesia, yep. But this thing is just one long run-on sentence paragraph.
Hero both professional and personal challenges to face. Nightwing number 51 is written by Link. Scott Lobtel. With Link. Fabian Nicieza. With art by Travis Moore and while Nightwing struggles to uncover the truth behind the fear germ that is killing people in their while Nightwing struggles to uncover the truth behind the fear germ that is killing people in their sleep, he must also try to overcome his own sudden struggles with heights and vertigo. He has lost his primary skill set as a hero and will have to focus on his brilliance as a detective instead. And a distracting love triangle certainly isn't helping him focus. This new storyline.
Oh god damn. So he's got amnesia. He can't do heights. There's a fear germ that's killing people in their sleep. It sounds kind of like I don't know. That just sounds weird and sort of familiar. I don't know why. Is this somehow Chris Saliza? I don't know, maybe. This should be put on hashtag MSS News so it'll trigger Scribe. Yeah. Recommend, but it's probably he won't bang Starfire. Yes, Scarecrow. Okay, so I am right. They're stealing a Scarecrow storyline. See, because I can't read the comics for obvious reasons. So I just have to go on like any TV that I've seen or any of the Christopher Nolan stuff, or I wasn't into Gotham for the first 3 seasons, but I don't have cable now, and I hear that it's gone to shit. So I just have those to go on, but they made Dick flaccid. That's terrible. Oh god, that's good. Well done, Straight Sith Mail. Well done. Gee, a fear germ. I'm going to guess it's yellow, and the Green Lantern is the only one who's going to be able to stop it. Yes, okay, yeah. Maybe. Green Lantern isn't involved with Nightwing, apparently. Well, maybe they'll cross them over. If they're gonna make Dick Rick, it doesn't seem like they. I hate comic book because they shill for The Walking Dead, and the show's been shit for a while. Well, I was never a Walking Dead fan, and I tried to watch it because I like horror. And the first episode, like the very first episode, way back at the pilot episode, I sat there and I went, is this 28 Days Later, or is this a new show that I'm watching? Like, seriously. That's all that I thought. I got a very 28 Days Later vibe from The Walking Dead's pilot. And it was really boring because all you heard was zombies just growling and what. Like, I know now that the dialogue is a lot better. Like, I've watched a few with my sister, but I just never got into The Walking Dead. I'm not a zombies person, really. I'm more of a demons person. I'm an Evil Dead girl. I love Evil Dead. And Ash versus Evil Dead. They showed Batman's dick, and then they changed Dick's name to Rick. Is DC even trying anymore? Probably not, Hate Camel. Probably not. The first 5 seasons of The Walking Dead is good. 6, 7, and 8 is garbage. Oh, I love horror too. Yeah. I love the Evil Dead series. The 2013 reboot was okay. It wasn't awful. It had its moments and it had its own gory charm, I suppose. But I'm an original fan of the original Bruce Campbell Evil Dead, and I loved the show Ash vs. Evil Dead, and I was so mad when Starz canceled it. Because they had a season 4 written and everything, and then Starz canceled it because the ratings were bad. But the ratings were bad because Starz was only a U.S. company and they didn't try to branch off. Like, you could get the seasons on Amazon Prime in some countries, but not all of them. So of course the ratings weren't as good because it wasn't accessible, and that was on Starz. That made me very upset. It was a great show. DC Comics are better than SJW Marvel. You know what? I've got to say that is true. Marvel is yeah.
Link.
Let's see if there's any more. Oh, that was the end of the story. Thank God, because there was like no punctuation, and my screen reader, I swear, if it could breathe, would be like after that story. I'm a pretty hardcore fan of the Evil Dead trilogy too. It's a shame Ash vs. Evil Dead didn't last. I know. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. And I'm not ashamed to say that when I watched the finale, I cried. Not ashamed at all. And I love The Exorcist is another movie that I loved, and I really didn't want to watch the show. It's like I watched The Exorcist for the first time when I was 12, and it didn't scare me while I was watching it, but holy fuck, did I not sleep after that night. Like, that night, I did not sleep. And then I ended up becoming a huge fan of The Exorcist and basically wore out my director's cut of because I had it on fucking cassette, video cassette, and I watched it pretty much every day when I came home from school, and every half day and PD day, I would just sit there and watch The Exorcist, and then I would watch Evil Dead 1. Just for no reason, just because. And DC Comics just released a Batman manga. Oh God. There's a Marvel Zombie Evil Dead crossover comic. Yeah, I know. And there was an Ash versus Evil Dead, or there was an Ash versus Jason comic, wasn't there? I'm pretty sure that's what I'm pretty sure that's what it was, an Ash versus Jason. Let's see, what other news do I have? Feds to replace solitary confinement with a new... Yeah, this is from Canada. And they want to replace solitary confinement. Freddy versus Jason versus Ash. That's right. I couldn't remember if Freddy was in there or not. Yeah. Ash is awesome. He was actually my first character crush when I was growing up. I had a huge thing for Ash Williams. I will totally admit that. And I had a bit of a thing for Bruce Campbell too. I watched every Xena episode that he was in. And then I watched the show that he did, Jack of All Trades. That was so bad, but it was so funny. Now let's get to this headline here. I've just found a whole bunch of stories that are pissing me off today. It's good, and I've got a giant smile on my face while doing it. So isn't this fun?
Heading level 1. Feds to replace solitary confinement with new form of inmate separation.
Yes. Because, you know, solitary confinement is cruel and unusual punishment. Same, Blind Press. Bruce Campbell was like my first actor crush. Briscoe County Jr. was great. I haven't seen that one, actually. You can't say that because Justice League. Burn Notice, yeah. Oh, just this Paul Bernardo. Oh, yeah. I watched the Avengers of Briscoe County Jr. mostly because of Bruce Campbell. Bruce Campbell is awesome. So I've got this one and then the Paul Bernardo story that Pincalo talked about just now in chat. And yeah.
Video player group.
That's fine.
Heading level 1. Feds to replace video. Link.
Let's get
link,
past
link,
the video.
Link. Canada is ending the use of solitary confinement and will replace it with isolated units where prisoners will still have human contact.
Okay, but if you have been sent to solitary confinement, there is a reason that you have been sent to solitary confinement. They already separate people based on sensitive charges, religion, etc. Yeah, well, this is gonna piss everyone off, I think.
Link. Minister Goodale on solitary confinement bill. Link. Image JPG. Link. Image from CTV News Channel. Public Safety Minister Ralph Goodale speaks about the government legislation to eliminate administrative segregation. You are currently on a Tech 334. 330. Link. Ottawa News Bureau online producer. Link. Published Tuesday. Last updated Wednesday, October 17. Ottawa. Public Safety Minister Ralph Goodale has introduced a new piece of legislation that proposes to overhaul how federal inmates are separated from the general prison population, eliminating solitary confinement as it is known. The new legislation also allows the use of body scanners in the federal prison system. You are Link. Bill C-83 proposes several changes to the Corrections and Conditional Release Act, including replacing the current administrative and disciplinary segregation system with structured intervention units. These new units, or SWIs, will allow inmates to still be separated from the
structured intervention units.
To the Corrections and Conditional Release Act, including replacing the current administrative and disciplinary segregation system with structured intervention units. These new units, or SWIs, will allow inmates to still be separated from the general inmate population if they cannot exist safely among other prisoners. You are currently on a text. Inmates placed into SWIs will have 4 hours. The inmates placed into SWIs will have 4 hours a day outside their cell, as well as 2 hours a day of meaningful human contact. Currently, inmates in segregation are permitted 2 hours outside of their cell and are not entitled to any human contact.
Because they fucked up in prison. If you're already in prison, and then you fuck up in prison, you go to solitary confinement. That's how that works. This is not a fucking. You're not in prison because you did something good. Okay. You get 2 hours outside of your cell, and then you don't get to fucking see anybody. Maybe you shouldn't fuck up in prison. Maybe you should keep your fucking head down and serve your time. Oh, wait. That doesn't work for some people. So let's hold their hand and make them feel better because they can't exist safely in the prison system with other prisoners. Hi, Ghost Dog. Oh, you lucky. I met Bruce Campbell at Walker Stalker Con It was an amazing experience. He's just as cool in person as he is on screen. Yeah, I've watched some of the Comic-Con panels that he's on. He's really cool. Welcome to the permanent infantilization of the globe. Yep. Yep. So now these people will have 4 hours outside their cell instead of 2. And they have 2 hours of meaningful human contact. What the fuck does that mean? What is meaningful human contact? Could you be any more vague? What if a prisoner says, oh, I want to get fucked for my 2 hours of meaningful human contact? What are you going to say to that? No? How vague could you possibly be?
FSK under heading level 2. Related stories.
Oh, that's the end of that story? That's a short-ass story. Maybe because they know it will piss people off. But don't you know, Blind? People are prisoners too, so we need to pander to their feelings. Yeah, well, maybe if they didn't commit crimes, that would be a thing. Sex. Well, sex could be construed as meaningful human contact. How are the? I'm waiting for a federal a federal inmate to make that argument. I'm really waiting. Where the fuck is that story on Paul Bernardo? I know I sent it to myself. Hello, Paul Bernardo story. Where are you? Is it farther back? Because I know I sent it to myself. Weird. It appears that I did not send it to myself. How odd. How odd, how odd. Well, the last story I was going to read to you was a story about one of Canada's most infamous serial killers, Paul Bernardo, and he is that piece of shit is up for fucking parole because he served 25 years of his life sentence, and that is one of the dumbest fucking Canadian rules ever. That they let Clifford Olson, which is another really infamous serial killer, basically from his 25th year of serving on, even though he was deemed a dangerous offender, he was allowed to fucking appeal for parole over and over and over and over again until he died in prison. Now, if they let Paul Bernardo out, which I fucking hope they won't, if they let him out, they are the most retarded people on the planet, because this fucking monster not only raped and killed, I believe he raped and killed 3 teenagers, one of whom was his girlfriend's sister, whom his girlfriend gave her to him as a Christmas present. She only got 12 years, by the way. She's free. She's been free for, I think 8 years now. I think she got out in 2010. Something like that. She was given plastic surgery. She was given a new name. She's allowed to have her children. Like she has children. They attend school. So she only got 12 years for her part in this crime. But not only did he rape and murder 3 teenage girls, he was also known as the Scarborough Rapist. So he was a serial rapist before he was a serial killer. And if they let this piece of shit out, and nobody, yes, it is 5-3. Yes, that was in Canada. That was back in the early 90s. 94, 95 was the Paul Bernardo trial, I believe, right around the same time as the O.J. Simpson trial. I believe, maybe shortly after. And if they let this guy out on parole, I have a feeling that there is going to be a lot of people upset. I really hope that he is denied parole, and I hope that he actually gets deemed a dangerous offender, because I think after Clifford, I could be wrong, but I think after Clifford Olson passed away, they put a new, I believe, like I said, I could be wrong, but I believe they've said now that dangerous offenders shouldn't get parole. And I hope that Paul Bernardo is deemed a dangerous offender and is denied any bids for parole, because that piece of shit has no business being out on the streets. TLDR on Serial because yeah, he's a pedophile and a rapist. Right, Mr. Shadow? I thought the Canadians are nice stereotype was real. Hashtag the more you know. Yeah. A life sentence should be the rest of your life. Exactly. Absolutely, it should. And on that little rant, you guys, I'm going to keep it to an hour because I have to eat and get ready to go get my little guy from school. So thank you for coming and watching the late coffee stream. And we'll see everybody here tomorrow at 10 Eastern, again, the usual time. And be sure to tune into Lords of the Night tonight, because as long as Monkey remembers to send me the Hangout link, I will be on Lords of the Night on Monkey's channel. And tonight is Skep Talks night for Minions of the Zoo, and I am usually on with him as well. So to make sure you tune into Ranting Monkey's channel and to the Minions of the Zoo, and that's at 11:30 Eastern, 10:30 Central. But it's half an hour after Lords of the Night. So I hope everyone had a good hope everyone had a good stream. I hope everyone enjoyed themselves. Thank you all for coming and listening to me scream at things. And we will be back to the regular scheduled time tomorrow morning. Have a great day, everyone. Remember, stay safe. We'll see you all tomorrow.